Hi everybody, my name is Beth and I am the Steadfast Stitcher. Today I'm doing a little Flosstube Extra because I just got in the Just Cross Stitch 2025 special holiday issue for Christmas. And I thought you and I would take a look at it together. I love doing these flip throughs and hearing what your comments are on it, and if there's anything in here that really catches your eye. I also do flip throughs for the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher, and occasionally new books that come out, cross stitch books that come out. So this is a little Flosstube Extra. I'll still be filming my regular Flosstube tomorrow, Wednesday, and I have a few things to show you, so I'm looking forward to that. All right. So this is divided up into sections, and the first section is called the special gift. And these are the patterns that are in a special gift. Get a little bit of glare. Oh, that's better. There's some cute ones in here. The first one is called Christmas Wishes Wreath, and it's by Cindy at Century Farm Stitching. And she shows you to customize it with your own family's name on it. Is it a little blurry? It's hard for me to tell. Yeah, it's a cute little pattern. It is 56 by 55. And then it calls for all gentle arts. Yep, all gentle arts and some Mill Hill seed beads. Now this next one is called Meowie Cat Mess, right up my alley. And I'm going to show it in the special gift section because the photo on the individual page is really tiny. So this is Meowie Christmas. You see there's a couple up there. This is a little orange tabby there. Looks like a little tuxedo is right there. This is a little cute one I would probably do. Just because of the cats, you know me. Gotta stitch anything with cats. Now let's see. The next one is called Sending Love and Peace. And it's like a little envelope. See if you can see this. There we go. Focus, camera, you can do it. You don't need to see my face. See how it's shaped up like a little envelope ornament? It's very cute, and I like the little houses. And it does give you finishing instructions as well. And it is, the back is 34 by 49. The front is 27 by 49. And let's see what else. This calls for DMC and Gentle Arts and Painter Threads Collection Shimmer. Now this one's kind of adorable, especially if you know somebody that's had a new arrival. This is Gingerbread Baby First Christmas. So the first Christmas is in a white or off-white. Oh, train, excuse me. You do occasionally hear trains around here. All right, so this was stitched on 14 count Aida, and it calls for all DMC. So there's some regular cross stitch and there's some French knots. Then under the mistletoe, I'm going to show in the group page because the picture on the page itself is really, really tiny. So this is under the mistletoe. And that one, get back over there again, calls for DMC light effects, Toho beads, and I'm going to pronounce this wrong, I'm sorry, Latian Cosmo Nishikito thread. Nishikitilo thread. I'm sorry if I pronounced that badly. But yeah, that's a cute little pattern. That one is 65 by 65. This one I'm going to show the picture on the gifts page because this is just really darling. I think it's very cute. I don't know if you can read the words on here. It says, "Dear Santa, I tried to be good." And that poor little puppy's all wrapped up in lights. But I think that one is darling. Now, Dear Santa is 59 by 59. And it calls for all DMC, and then it has back stitching and French knots as well. Next we have Stitchy Gifts, and this is by Fairy Wool in the Woods. And again, I'm going to show the front page here. And too bad the individual page pictures are so tiny. This is that one, and it is cute. Hard to get a really great look at it, but it's gifts for you, and it looks like little spools and thread, and it is kind of cute. I'd probably want to stitch that one up. Just some of that's curiosity. Yeah, so it looks like it's little spools of thread and hoops, and some safety pins. And I like how they finish with a little tartan plaid at the bottom. I think is cute. This one is 47 by 55, and it calls for all DMC. And again, this is Stitchy Gifts by Fairy Wool in the Woods. This next section is called Child at Heart. And first we have the Safari Christmas Trio. Let me see. Here we go. So you can see the alligator, the giraffe, and the little elephant. Those are darling. Those would be great to stitch if you have a small child for Christmas. I think they'd get a real kick out of them. The Safari Trio is by Climbing Goat Designs. And let's see, they are, oh, I said alligator. It is a crocodile. The crocodile is 28 by 37. The elephant is 32 by 37. And the giraffe is 35 by 29. And it calls for all DMC threads. Now the next one is called My Sweet Angel, and I think this is absolutely darling. This is by X-Free Stitch, excuse me, I'm sorry, Svetlana Harbach of X-Free Stitch. It's 64 by 59. And it's this little angel right here, and I just think she is darling. I really like her. I think that's one I would definitely stitch. I am probably holding off on putting up too much for Christmas because this is my kitten's first Christmas. They're hardly kittens anymore. They're quite large. They're getting very big, but it's their first Christmas. So anything I put up is on the Christmas tree is going to be non-breakable. Then we have, I need to go back to this page. So we have the prehistoric Prehistoric Helper by Andrea Betts of Flossie Fox Shop. Say that 10 times fast. And it is 46 by 46. So that's this one here. And then we have Gingerbread Ballerina, and she's adorable, perfect for any little child that's interested in ballet. It would be really sweet. And Gingerbread Ballet is by Cross Stitch by Les Petits Croix de Lucie. And it calls for DMC, French knots, backstitch. Oh, and there's some Kreinik in here as well. And it's 58 by 55. But I do think she's darling. I really like that, My Sweet Angel. I think that's really pretty. And then we have, this picture might actually be big enough. North Pole Penguin. There we go. My camera's been a little slow to focus tonight, so I apologize. So that is North Pole Penguin, and it's by Cute Embroidery by Kate. It is 56 by 56. And then it calls for all DMC. This next section is called Holly Jolly Santa. I kind of like that they have it divided into sections, but I kind of wish there were like bigger pictures on the actual page where the pattern is. Not necessarily on the same page, but bigger individual pictures like Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher does. So this is Jolly Santa. There's a few in there. And the first one is called Ho Ho Santa. This one's actually big enough to show, and it is by Nancy Waller of Faithworks Designs. It is 33 by 32, and this is Ho Ho Santa. Focus. I do like how they finish it on tartan plaid, but I am a sucker for anything tartan. And then we have Holly Jolly Ride by Needle Bling Designs. And I'm going to show it from the main page. This is Holly Jolly. Holly Jolly Ride right here. That's a nice little one. And Holly Jolly is 45 by 72. And it calls for Gloriana threads, but it does have the DMC conversion. Yeah, and it's a darling little piece. And then we have Overnight Delivery, which has a really tiny picture. So Overnight Delivery is X-Free Stitch again. And it is 65 by 64. And yeah, I show this picture because that one really doesn't do it justice. There he is, Overnight Delivery. Isn't he cute? I really like his beard. That's a sweet design right there. I like that. And then we have Mrs. Claus Kitchen and Santa's Workshop. And this is by Stitchy Princess. Let me show you on this page here. All right, so there's Mrs. Claus Kitchen and Santa's Workshop. Very cute. I think I really like the Mrs. Claus one. You don't see her enough in cross stitch. So it's fun to see her. All right, now let's see. Santa's Workshop and Mrs. Claus Kitchen are both 57 by 57. And they call for all DMC. Then we have Santa's Express, which is a good one for train lovers. Oof. Come on, camera, you can do it. Focus. It's got the little green engine there. It's very cute. And then we have Santa's Gift from Jennifer Redmond. Oh, and I forgot to say, Santa's Express, the little Santa on the train, is by Melmello of December Stitches, and it is 52 by 50, and it calls for all DMC. Santa's Gift, this one is by Jennifer Redmond, and it calls for all DMC, and it is 31 by 42. Oh. I am struggling a bit with lighting today, so that's a cute little hoop finish. And then we have Peace on Earth is the next section. I like it's got a little bit of representation here. Yay. All right. Trying to get it so you can see what's all the way into the fold. All right, so this is Peace on Earth. So Happy Yule. They've got Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Joy to the World, Nativity Scene, Peace on Earth. And this one's hard to see. Let me see if I can get it better for you. So Happy Yule is Katrina Holan, of Sprouting Lupine. And that is this one on the pretty blue fabric. That's a nice design. I do like Sprouting Lupine. I have a couple of patterns by them. In fact, Amy and I are going to be starting a couple. Amy Loves Toads and I will be starting a couple of different Sprouting Lupines in November. Beetles and Butterfly Sal. So I'll talk more about that in my regular video tomorrow. Then we have Joy to the World, and it's Barbie Lau of Twisted Willow Designs, and it is 32 by 59. So that is Joy to the World. And that one calls for Weeks Dye Works threads and DMC Diamant. Then we have Behold. And it says, this is the one that was kind of hard to see the writing in the main page. It's Behold, Good Tidings of Great Joy. There's a little angel on top. And they've got it. Let's see if I can. Yeah. There's a little angel right there. Sorry, I'm not giving the middle finger, I swear. But yeah, and the little village down below. Now the first Noel is the little nativity scene that's right in the middle here. Then let's see, the first Noel is, oh my goodness. This is Allison Burrow of A New Creation Studio, and the first Noel is 63 by 51, and it calls for all DMC. And the next one is got the Hanukkah menorah, and it says a little bit of light pushes away a lot of darkness. I like that a lot. What's the word I'm thinking of? There's a word for like misusing or misrepresenting someone else's culture, but I really like the verse on this, even though I'm not Jewish. But yeah, I really like that. A little bit of light pushes away a lot of darkness. I think I would stitch that because the verse has a lot of good feelings to it. Or if you went to Sunday school, if you remember This Little Light of Mine. That kind of is what is playing in my head right now. All right, next is Kwanzaa, 7 Days of Light. And I'm going to go back to the main page so you can see it better. Come on, Cameron, you can do it. Focus. There we go. That's a pretty one. It's so colorful, and I like how they finish this too. And then next, this is my favorite one in this section, but it's hard to get a good look at it, but it's called the Peace Dove. I'm going to try and show it here. That's this right here, and the dove is up here. Oh, yes, I think, come back here. Yeah, I think that's my favorite one in this section. It's just lovely. We could use like thousands of peace doves right now. And Peace Dove is by cross stitch by Le Petit Croix de Luce, and it's 68 by 58. Oh, and I forgot to say, 7 Days of Light is by Twisted Willow Designs, all called for DMC, and 56 by 52 is the size, and the Peace Dove is 68 by 58. Now, the next section is called the Festive Tree. And I have a couple of these little sleighs, so I may have to look into doing a couple of these. All right, so this is the Festive Tree. And there's those sleighs at the bottom. Ooh, and I like this one too, and this one. Very cute. All right, so little blue tree, or the blue background tree, is called Tree of Wonder, and it's by the Stitcher Hood. It is 64 by 42. Boy, my camera's slow. There we go. Sorry. I think I waited till a little too late in the evening to get great lighting. Part of my problem, you know, and it's getting darker earlier too. And I just got off work. The next one, this one is called Fruits of the Season, and it's by Cozy Cabin Stitching. This is kind of cute, the orange slice. Now let's see. It is 53 by 47, and it is done on Mill Hill perforated paper with DMC floss. You can literally watch the camera as it kind of goes, ooh, okay, I'll focus. I like this one. Did anybody used to do like the oranges with nutmeg stuck all around it, like a little sachet and all filled up with nutmeg, and then you would put little ribbon on it and hang it and make a little Christmas gift out of it? That was like brownies or Girl Scouts or Campfire Girls. I remember doing those. But yeah, they did smell so good. All right. And then oh, not nutmeg, cloves. It was cloves you put on the orange. So the next one is Home for the Holidays, and it's by the Cozy DH. It is 57 by 57, and this is a cute little house. I might do a little bit deeper blue so that you can see the snowflakes on here better. And I think that's a really cute little design. And you know, I love my houses. I love stitching houses. All right, then we have Holiday Stocking by Always Time to Stitch. And this is done on perforated paper as well. And it is by, I already said that, Jennifer Rodriguez of Always Time to Stitch. It's 53 by 43. And that is this one here. That's a cute little stocking. That would be a fun one to do. It wouldn't take very long. And it's all DMC. Now let's see if I can show this on this page. This is Vintage Tree Vignette. Oh, and a Spice Sprouting Lupine again as well. And that's a cute little finish. Reminds me of the old oval glass balls, which I have some still from many years ago, but they will not be going on the tree this year. I imagine Banjo and Piccolo would have a very good time with them. This is a cute little tree. And it does have, you can't really see it in this picture, but it does have a very pretty lace border around here done in white. And it's really pretty. So it is 67 by 39. And let's see, it was done on Mint Lugana from Picture This Plus. And it calls for all DMC and then Mill Hill beads. And this is a... okay. This is a tree I really like. This is by Jenny Barton of JB Cross Stitch. Let me see if I can get back to the bigger picture of it, because the picture on the page is tiny. You almost need a microscope. Okay. And that is this one right here. I don't know if you can see, it's got like all red, white, and blue ornaments on it. And red, white, and blue packages. But that is kind of cool. I do like that tree. And then we've got these cute little sleds that I think are just adorable. And I do have a few of those sleds that I can stitch on. I have a couple patterns to put on there already. But, of course, I haven't done them yet. And the little sleds are called Tiny Tree Duo by Lucy Law Designs. And it's 19 by 31. And let's see. On the 4-inch sled ornaments by Foxwood Crossings. Next we have Timeless Traditions. I think I see thistle, and I love thistle. 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 So this is Timeless Traditions. Ooh. Get my hands out of the picture. These are really cute. This one is, first one is called Nordic Dream, and it's 26 by 26, and it calls for DMC pearl cotton and DMC color variations. And that is this one here. And this is by Roz Watnamo Designs. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing. 26 by 26, so it's a nice little guy. Then we have the Assisi Yule Deer, which is this one right here. There we go. And the Assisi Yule Deer is by Bendy Stitchy Designs, and it is 48 by 48, and it calls for Threadworks. Then we have Victorian Bauble, and it's by Elizabeth Spurlock of Saving Grace's Fine Needle Arts. This one's quite pretty. It's very elegant. There goes my camera again. Oh my goodness. So this one is 49 by 43. It calls for DMC, Krynic Very Fine Braid, Mill Hill Seed Beads, and Glass Treasures. But yeah, I think this is a very elegant design. That would make a nice little gift. This one is called An Angel is Stitching by Nikki's Creations. It is 70 by 49. Here we go. Ooh. So yeah, that's a cute design. It calls for DMC, all DMC. And that's a nice little primitive design. I like that one. Then we have Holiday Borders, which has some back stitching and black work. And it's by Jennifer Rodriguez of Always Time to Stitch. And it's 72 by 40. So that's a fun one. That one is Gentle Arts Sampler Threads Blue Spruce, which I actually have a pattern I'm doing all in blue spruce, so I've got plenty of that color of thread. Then we have Berry Mary Monogram by Kim Beamish, and it's 50 by 50. It calls for Gentle Arts, Sampler Threads, Simply Shaker Threads, and Mill Hill Petite Seed Beads. See if I can get this in here without showing the pattern. And the pictures are pretty small inside of the main intro page for each section, but hopefully you can get a good view of it on that one. And it also gives you the alphabet too for whichever letter you want to put on there. And then we have Christmas Thistle. This is Wendy from the Heart Needle Art by Wendy. And this is 60 by 49. And it's Christmas Thistle. And it uses Silk and Colors thread. That's pretty. I do like thistle. Oh, that's a nice one. I like that. did she stitch it on? Lakeside Linen 32 count sand dune. I am not familiar with silken colors. I'm going to have to look that up. All right, our next section is Winter Wonderland. This is probably my favorite section, I think. No, it is my favorite section because I love stitching animals. Winter Wonderland. Here we go. Tell me that fox is adorable. And that chubby little owl there. And then we've got the bunny, the birdhouse, and that pretty little cardinal up there. Yeah, that's adorable. All right, so the fox one is called Fox's Winter Joy, and it's by Sunny of Three Tiny Owls. It is 57 by 58, and it calls for all DMC threads. So that's awesome, and I like how she finished it too. And then we have the Feeling Frosty set, and it's Sprouting Lupin again. And it calls for all DMC. These are two like tags or ornaments that you can use. And they are 54 by 25. So we've got a polar bear and a moose. They're kind of cool. But the polar bear is kind of right in the fold there. Little stinker. He's trying to run away. So there's the little polar bear and then the moose up here. He's very cool. Oh, I like it. Yeah, I like how this is finished too. Yeah, they are a cute set. Then we have the Northwood Sampler, which has some adorable little bear cubs on it. And a little cardinal is sitting on top of one of the bear cubs. Come on, focus. There we go. This one right here with a little alphabet on top and the two trees. And there's those three darling little bear cubs and the little cardinal sitting on top. That is very cute. Now that one is, don't make this easy. All right, Northwood Sampler is by Curious Carrie Designs, and it is 67 by 67, and it's all DMC as well. Yay! Next we have Woodland Advent Candles, and this is by the Little Stitcher. This is a sweet little design, and this calls for all DMC as well, and it's done on Vintage Country Mocha. You can never go wrong with Vintage Country Mocha. That's in my humble opinion. There's the Vintage Advent calendar. Candles, not calendar. Candles. Then we have Snowy Bliss, which is that adorable little chubby owl. And that's from Stitch Sprout. It's 59 by 56, and it calls for all DMC. And that's this adorable little guy right here. He is just so cute. Or is this a chubby little owl? Yep, so that's called Snowy Bliss. Then we have a Folkmas Holiday 2. And this is from Wrought Iron Stitching. See, there's a little bunny on top. There's a house. It's all a little tree in a wreath shape. And it's this one on the bottom here. So lots going on. Very cute design. And then finally, our little cardinal friend. I just think is precious. Now the cardinal, come on. So the cardinal is called Winter Feast, and it's by Praiseworthy Stitches. It is 66 by 63. And I was wondering what it was stitched on. It's on 32 count blue jeans linen. And this calls for gentle art threads. I think that's a darling design. I really like that one. And now we've got something a little bit bigger. This one is 93 by 59. And it's from Amanda DeLong of Bad Stitch. And it is the Winter Fox Sampler. Bring him in there so you can get a good look at the fox. And look at that top on there. That is so pretty. Yeah, I do like that one. So it's a Winter Fox Sampler. I don't know if you can make out, they've got the year down here. Very pretty colors. This calls for all DMC. And let's see, yep, 93 by 59. Now we have the Sparkling Snowflake Biscornu Trio. So it is a Biscornu stack by Arlene Cohen. Aren't those pretty? I'm trying to think, but it reminds me of the Wedgwood Blue porcelain and pottery you'd be able to get. People used to buy. Very pretty. I can't remember who those were made by. Might have been actually Wedgwood was the name of the company. All right, so Arlene Cohen of Works by ABC did this Biscornu Trio. And then there's a few pages for that. Now we've got a little stackable that's darling, and this is called QB Snowman. And it's by Tranquil Tree Designs. And he is just so cute. He really is darling. His little mitten hands. Very sweet. Now this is by Charlene Blank of Tranquil Tree Designs. It's 76 by 24. And it calls for DMC Artiste Metallic. DMC and Artiste Metallic. Yep. And it's done on 14 count Aida. This tree is pretty. This is called O Tannenbaum with Quaker style motifs from KEB Studio Creations. It's 102 by 117. That's a pretty one. I would stitch that one. O Tannenbaum. And O Tannenbaum calls for Gentle Arts threads. Then we have these cute little North Pole pals, which are great for little additions to presents or to hang on your tree. Those are some cute little guys. And North Pole Pals is from Matt and Me Design. And they give out the different little sizes. But they average about 33 inches high by 18 wide on perforated plastic by Darice. Excuse me. This one is pretty. This is called Light in the Darkness. And this is by Hannah Bridget Designs. It is 77 by 54 and it calls for all DMC. Yeah, that would be pretty as a finish, like to put on your mantle or in a Christmas display. Very nice. It's got kind of that stained glass feel to it. Then we've got The Gift of Gingerbread. And this is by Elizabeth Batty of Coconut and Indigo. It's 112 by 112. It's an 8 by 8 round. And that's a cute, fun one. Love the little red gingham around it, too. It's very sweet. Oops, come here. And this is the last one. It is called Home, excuse me, I'm sorry, Home with Yule. And home is wherever I'm with Yule. See, that one is Chrissy Hablett of Handmade with Chrissy. And it's 106 by 106. So that is all the patterns in the Just Cross Stitch Christmas. Let me know in the comments below if there are any that you really liked. I know I was quite fond of the animal section, and this little angel right here I thought was adorable. But I'd love to know what you thought. I will be back with my regular floss tube tomorrow. I do have some things to show. I got some things pulled out that have not seen the light of day in quite some time. So I'm excited about that. So I will see you tomorrow, hopefully earlier so the light is better. Until then, peace, love, and cross stitch. See you soon. Bye.